This week we begin a whole new series entitled Rest in Christ, and of course that involves the Sabbath rest, the seventh day Sabbath. It involves God's rest there in creation. It involves the rest that we have in this life, the invitation of Jesus to come apart and rest a while, and it also looks forward to a rest, which, by the way, is not inactivity in the kingdom to come, when God himself will be with us and we will be his people. So that's the main perspective for our discussions for the next 13 weeks. But for this week, we're looking at number 1, which is entitled Living in a 24/7 Society. And it's certainly true that there are many things that you can do 24/7. The internet is always there 24/7. Some stores are open 24/7. Some activities are there 24/7. And that puts a lot of pressure on us, especially when it comes to work. In some jobs, we're expected at least to be on call 24/7, even if we're not physically present all the time to do the work. And that can create a great deal of anxiety, of worry. Will I get called in? Will I have to do this? Do I have enough time for myself? Do I have enough time for my family? And these time pressures are ones which I believe we truly need to address this particular quarter as we think about resting in Christ, about having that time apart to be with Jesus, to talk to God, to have our prayer time, to have our Bible study. That is indeed an aspect of rest. We're given some quotes there in the material for this time. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans, said John Lennon. And George Moore said the difficulty in life is the choice. And that's so true, isn't it? We have to choose what we are going to do next. And then Gandhi, there is more to life than increasing its speed. And you know how that is. It's almost invariable, the answer that you get when you ask people, how are you? Oh, I'm busy. Or I'm very busy. In fact, I'm so busy I don't have time for this, and this. So in our biblical material for this time, we're referred to God resting on the 7th day after the 6 days of creation. Did he need to rest? I think we all know the answer to that. But it's a living demonstration by the divine creator of what needs to happen and what we need, especially in this 24/7 society. Interesting there in Jeremiah 45. Jeremiah's scribe Baruch complains he doesn't get any rest. And we can relate to that because he's so busy, we're so busy. When do we get the rest? Exodus 20:11 says that we should remember the Sabbath day because that is the day that God rested. And we should rest too. And rest is not simply, as I said before, inactivity. It's certainly doing things and thinking things, meditating on God, praying, studying the Bible. But it is truly rest and recuperation. And a lot of our study for this quarter is to do with recuperation, how we get back to the way that we need to be, to live healthily and well, and to enjoy the life that God has given to us. In 2 Samuel 7 verse 12, talks about resting with your ancestors. That was the elliptical way of saying that somebody had died. They were resting with their ancestors. And of course, that was just a phrase for the time, but it does remind us that in the end we will all rest in the sense of death. So let us not get so preoccupied with filling every moment with every activity, remembering that our lives are finite and we want to make them worthwhile and valuable. And at the end say, yes, I have truly lived. Jesus' invitation is the invitation for all of us here today. Mark 6:31, Free Bible version. Come with me, just yourselves. We'll go to a quiet place and rest for a while. Why don't we think about that in this 24/7 society? about listening to that invitation of Jesus to come apart, to come with him and just to rest a while. Let's do just that.